thank you so much, both of you, for joining me here today. Nice to meet you, Sayed. And Max, of course, I already know you and I know a little bit about your project, but maybe for the viewers who might not know you, do you want to give a very quick introduction into yourself, Sayed, first, and then Max, and how you got into crypto as well?
Sure. Thanks, Patrick. Hi, guys. My name is Sayed. I'm from the West Coast of the United States. I'm from rainy Seattle. My background is in academics mostly. I came from an academic background, but as I moved into the industry, I was heavily involved with computer science in school and kind of combined the two and into data science. So I spent a lot of time working as a data scientist in the tech industry. And I was always interested in, new algorithms, new models, new packages to perform new machine learning, whether that was classifications or constructive models or not. But as I get involved with more and more of the nuances in machine learning, you learn a little bit about the nuances in the world of tech. And crypto was a big deal coming in. I think it was a few years ago. We had that big spike, and I was always involved with understanding, what's going on in the tech scene. And crypto was a big thing, and Bitcoin was going crazy. But I think Max is the one who introduced Cardano to me, and Cardano, as it was described, is to be like the gentleman's crypto, the crypto for the real people involved. So that's what I got most interested in. And that's kind of what we've been working toward, is just building on top of Cardano and enjoying Cardano the most. That's me.
Sounds good. That's a really nice description, gentleman's crypto. I've never heard that before, and I think it fits perfectly. So, yeah, over to you, Max.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and good to see you again, Patrick. I suppose the story of Abu and I, or Sayed, I should say, goes all the way back to high school. We actually sat next to each other in chemistry and physics class. That's how we got to know each other. And then I think it was at the very start of COVID. We were both working from home. I was working for KPMG at the time in the consultancy side in partnerships and alliances. So I was basically connecting different technology partners to the clients of KPMG together with subject matter experts, mostly in KYC, AML, so banking, but also in supply chains with the sustainability team I worked for a while. And there you saw that, really the beginning of blockchain, trying to integrate it with companies and their supply chains, but also the place where it originated from, the public sector, the public blockchains like Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, and I realized quite quickly that the public sphere of blockchain, that was really where the power was of this technology. And so during COVID, as we were working from home more and more, Sayed and I got to talking, and that was just at the start of Shelley. So we thought, why not? Let's set up one of these nodes and try it out. So we started with the Amsterdam node. Of course, the classic whiteboard video of Charles was what brought this gentleman's blockchain into view. And since then, we've been organizing events in Amsterdam. So organized both the Cardano summits at the Volkshotel in Amsterdam, doing the next one as well, a week after the Dubai one. And we also launched Ada Timestamp, which was our NFT, let's say, powered project that was all about owning a moment in time and really just making a digital museum.
Great, sounds really good, and also great that you're launching the next Cardano Summit in Amsterdam as well. I think that's really important, just bringing all the people around the world together. And the ticketing is done by NMKR, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So let's talk a little bit about your proposal. I know you brought something with you. So if you want, we can immediately share the screen, and then you can give us the elevator pitch.
Yeah, sure. So what you see here is the website of Edit Timestamp. The idea being that we wanted to be first the people that actually try to mint moments in time and make time tradable, But more than that, we really wanted to make a museum. That's why we worked together with a great front-end developer called Llama Llama. And we want to make this real visual experience where people can own a moment in time, but then also customize it with a message or a memory that they wanted stored for the long term. And the whole idea being that we're using decentralized principles, open development principles here, that that people can be assured that data is being handled in the right way and also being stored in a long-term fashion. And all these first NFT artists that we worked with was actually Dimitris Sadopoulos, who was also the artist of the Cardano roadmap. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but this one's disconnected. Cardano roadmap. So the same art work here that many will know and recognize, from all the different stages of the development. And here's the classic whiteboard video, of course. This was all made by Dimitris Ladopoulos, and he's also the artist of Ada Timestamp. So the artwork here was made together with him. But anyway, going to the proposal, what we want to do is make these moments editable. So we have already defined that in our roadmap. So we actually have a light paper as well, where we go through, what it is that we're actually trying to build together with our community. And one of the most important parts of it is really allowing people to write on this shared timeline. So many people might be familiar with Reddit, and there you have, it just ended, right, where you're able to edit a single pixel in this big, this artwork that people are all making together. It's called Our Place, and you place pixels on this big map. Well, here the idea is you're placing a picture or a memory on a timeline that's shared together. So that's in short the idea that we're coming up with. And the proposal is all about, okay, how do we get this funded in order to make sure that we can develop this editing functionality? And that's what we want to do together with NMKR. And that's really the core function or the core need here of the proposal. And all the development costs themselves are all going to go into front-end developments, because that's the most expensive part. We're working together with a fantastic front-end developer, Llama Llama. But there's quite some cost involved there that we want to keep it as simple as possible for people to use, and also keep this visual experience really, really strong. So that's just in short what it is that we're trying to build and do.
Okay, great. Then let me try to summarize that a little bit. So basically, what you've built so far is you've built Ada Timestamp, which is kind of like in a way a museum for the timeline of Cardano to some degree, but also just in general moments in time, right? And now your goal is to basically take this and expand it and make it so that people can go in there and they can actually place something on a specific time slot, right?
Yeah.
So make it customizable, and that way, when I go to Ada Timestamps, what I will see is like all these different events in people's lives and so on, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly it. And also important to note here that the timeline is one-to-one reflecting the Cardano blockchain. So it starts at the genesis of Cardano and it goes on until, let's say, today's date. Although this first release that we've done is only for the Byron era. And that's the first one that we want to then also allow people to customize. But it's quite easy for us to extend it. But that is indeed the function here. It is we're taking Ouroboros, the way that it accounts for time. That is also the way in which we define each individual time slot in the NFT. So they're all represent one day, and we represent that then in terms of Ouroboros, which makes it much more let's say stringent into how it is defined, and that it can't be over minted and things like that.
Okay, sounds great. Wonderful. Then I think we're already at the end. Do you have any like last words to say? Anything that's super important for the audience to know? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Edith Lovelace said it herself. Great, in a very powerful way. Was that that brain of mine is something more than merely mortal, as time will show. That's really a quote that I think Edith Timestamp is building on. Everybody has a story to tell. Not all are so visible, and not all are relevant today. But at some point in the future, somebody might love that story or that message that you want to send. And we think Ada Timestamp is the place to do that.
Beautiful last words. So thank you very much.